Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to make bacon bits, alright? Now the way I do it is I use the low salt bacon. You should be able to find some of this wherever you are. And I try to get out as much salt and fat as possible to just get the flavor. Alright, so the first thing you do is you're going to need a few things. You need a cutting board, a very sharp knife, a fine mesh sieve, a bowl, you need a medium saucepan, and after you're going to need something to put it in. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is get this pack open and wash the bacon. Alright, now if you're wondering why I would wash the bacon, a couple of reasons. It gets a fair amount of salt off it, some of the preservatives, plus also adding water at the beginning helps it fry quicker. So I'm just going to hold it up like this, under running water tap, okay, kind of squeeze it out like a towel. That's enough, just a quick rinse there. You don't have to get it completely dry, but you don't have to tap with a paper towel or anything. Just want to get as much water as squeeze out. Alright? Okay, so then you bring it over and chop it up fairly fine. What's important is when you're at the store is when you select the bacon that you look through that little window at the back. I got a good piece here. You want to try to get a piece that has got as much meat and as little fat in as possible. Okay, so I've got the bacon in a cold pan because you want to control the heat on this one. Okay, so I'm going to turn on the heat here and put it to somewhere between medium and high because I'm going to be basically standing next to this for the whole frying process. It's been about 5 minutes now, and you can see that the water is starting to come out, okay, with some of the fat. So we're at 10 minutes, okay, and I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so you can see the edges of the pan are starting to get a little brown, and most of the water's gone. The juice or the grease at the bottom is getting clear. This is a signal to me that it's time to turn the heat down to medium, because you want the fat to render and you want it to fry, but you don't want this to burn. Now those little brown bits on the side are no big deal. You can kind of keep stirring and that'll just come off. That's not a problem at all. This is 15 minutes. More of the fat has rendered out of the bacon, and the bacon's starting to fry in its own fat. If you notice the bottom of the pan, that sort of cooked stuff at the side is starting to creep into the bottom. This is normal. And if you see, there are a few semi-cooked pieces, so that's just coming along fine. We're at 20 minutes now, and it has started to froth, which means that we're into the final stages of the process. Alright, so I'll just stir that up so you can see. And you notice how the brown bits have extended further into the middle of the pan. Now this is where you do have to stir it fairly often because you just don't want to miss that perfect color. Alright. Alright, so we're at a little over 25 minutes. So depending on the heat of your stove, okay, because yours is going to cook either a little hotter or a little colder than mine will. Let's call it anywhere between 20-25 minutes, half an hour tops to make these, okay? So this is what you're looking for at the end, alright? You're looking for this wonderful mass of froth that you can hardly see through, okay? And when you dig that up, there's all that nice deep fried bacon underneath, alright? So there's your bacon bits. So I'm going to take this off the stove and I'll move over to the counter now for the next bit. Okay, so I got my strainer and my bowl, and I got a little container after for them. So just pour that whole thing Now the pan is actually pretty easy to clean if you get it when it's hot. If you've got one of those enzyme cleaners and a little hot water, just let that soak and it'll just take it all out. So, you'll notice there's the fat in the bottom. So you kind of just want to stir this up a little bit. Okay. Kind of punch it down with a spatula. Yeah, just let that sit to drain for a while until it's cold. And you can use the spatula to chop up any big chunks into smaller pieces. Alright? So here's the finished product. This is a 1.25 cup container. Alright? Now you should keep this in the fridge, and honestly I have no idea how long it lasts because it never lasts long enough to go bad. You could put this on all kinds of stuff, on omelets, on salads, you know, all kinds of stuff. Or you can just eat them if nobody's looking too, right? Alright, now if these pieces are too big for you, when it's cold, they're still warm now, you should just put them on a cutting board, get a knife, and chop them up smaller if you want. Alright. So there it is, bacon bits. Thanks for watching my stuff, and I'll see you again.